So like a Minecraft rated R movie would be like really cool.
So FNAF, they are trying to go.
Yeah.
This is a great poster.
Yeah, it is.
The goat. Also the goat.
Another goat. Oh, you like
The
Scarlet
goat.
Spider? He's
I
pretty
do like
cool.
Scarlet Spider.
I
wish he was in it a
love
little bit more.
2049.
That just goes without saying. These two.
Well, I mean, like
just
even
go
before,
without
I
saying.
love that like story.
Okay, so I wasn't super familiar with it.
Oh, you
before
weren't?
Spiderverse.
Yeah.
And then a guy I worked with and whose wedding I was in recently, he kind of told me a little bit about his story after. I mean, like back in like 2020.
Yeah.
'Cause he loved 2099.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to look up some clips because he's in that video game. Blanking on the name of it. It's an old Spider-Man video game that's basically across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
Where like
Yeah.
he plays like the same kind of role where he's like, no, this has to happen to you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool.
It's cool.
But I still don't know as much as I'd like to about him.
Yeah.
So I'll have to watch some videos before Beyond he comes out.
I think that character had a show from the early 2000s that I watched as a kid as well. Yep. So this movie was really awesome. Between this movie and Guardians, I like actually feel like Marvel just feels like between these two movies is what I look for with like every movie. And they haven't been delivering lately, but these two movies are awesome.
Yep. Is that the like VR girl?
Yeah.
She is she was voiced by the actress I was telling you about that was in that Honey Water band I like.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like loved Honey Water.
Yeah.
Found out that she was an actress. Looked her up and I was like, oh yeah, she was in Hunger Games. It's like all I knew her from. And
Yeah.
she voices her too.
Oh
So,
my gosh.
I love your work. You know, if you see this, I love your work with Honey Water. Listen to it all the time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I just keep looking at this. There's just like so much to look at.
Yeah. There's a lot of awesome spider guys in here. Okay, who is this guy?
I don't know.
He was in the chase scene a lot, like this hulking mass of armor. And I was like, who the heck? I'd never seen that guy before. Oh, dog.
Spider-Punk was cool.
Oh, I loved him. Dude, he was awesome in the movie. He was really funny. I like how he kind of moves the story along.
Yeah.
And how he's always just like going against what anyone says, like no matter how minuscule. It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved what's his name? I don't remember his name, but kind of like Spider-Man in India.
Mm-hmm. So I knew that this was like a two-parter, right? I remember that from the trailer.
Yeah.
But it never felt slow when I was watching the movie.
Yeah.
But I kept being like, when's it gonna start?
Yes.
You know, we get this awesome, prologue with Gwen.
Yeah.
And her world is just super cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's almost like I think it's described as like a mood ring. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah, I
the
love
background
that.
is more just like what the characters like feeling and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Colors change. It melts sometimes. Like, yeah, it was awesome.
So we get that cool prologue with Gwen, and then it's just so much like character building almost.
Yeah.
Like with relationships.
Yeah.
And I just kept being like, man, we're like halfway through the movie and like
Yeah.
nothing's happened.
Uh-huh.
Like action wise or plot wise. It's just like you're just watching these characters.
Yeah.
And then because like I didn't know when obviously I didn't know when they were going to break it off.
Yeah.
But it seems like they really break it off in half. It's got such a long start.
Yeah.
That normally in most movies is like 30 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's like an hour and a half of this 2.5 hour long movie.
Of this like setup and backstory and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then stuff starts to get going. And then, by the time it ends is like, it's just the beginning of like the conflict. It's like, oh, cool. We see all these Spider-Man in this like spider planet area, right? Miles learned some stuff. It's got to go. And then it's like right at the end is whenever the big, it's like the climax, what would normally be like at the middle or like 70% of the movie. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, wow, so the next movie is going to start with that pretty much, probably.
Yeah, dude.
Unless they do like another like Gwen thing where they do like a prologue a little bit. And
no,
then,
I doubt it. Like,
oh, do you think?
I think they're going to hit the floor running on
that
the
would be
next
awesome.
movie.
I would love that. I would love if it's started with him like still hanging from like the bag.
If they did a prologue, it'd probably be for the Prowler.
Yeah, it's for Spider Prowler.
For Spider Prowler, which would be fine. But I just want them to hit the ground running. Like, the whole movie could be like just crazy.
Yeah.
Because they set up so much. I didn't know it was a two-parter, so everything you just said.
Of people forgot.
Yeah, because I saw it in a trailer like a year ago where it said part one, and I forgot. And the other trailers didn't say it, so
They took it out. Yeah.
I just totally forgot. And so everything you felt, except like way more confused. I was like, yo, this Gwen thing is sick. Also, 20% of the movie.
Yeah,
like,
no, it went
what
on
is
for a
going
while.
on? That was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, they are making a statement with like taking time with this character. Like, why the heck are they doing this? And
Yep.
yeah.
I was surprised when I saw Into the Spider-Verse that Jefferson Davis didn't die.
Mm-hmm.
I was for sure he was going to die in this one. But then seeing the route that they're going, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. You know what my wife told me?
Yeah.
She said, because I was like, man, is Miles going to be able to save his dad or not? She's like, oh, he's going to save his dad, but he's not going to be able to save his mom. And I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
Telling me this? Who is she?
Oh my gosh.
To be able to mess me up right now by saying that. And I was like, shoot, she might be right.
Yeah.
Because it's canon. He's got to lose.
It is?
No, I'm just saying he's got to lose someone. That's his canon event.
I thought that's what's his face was though.
Who?
His uncle.
Oh,
His uncle
uncle?
died. His uncle is the figure. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought his uncle fulfilled that role in the other movie.
But I thought at the end of this one, like when Miles really flips out, they're like, you have to let your dad die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they do. And I think the reason they do is because he's captain, and like captain always dies at some point. Like that was the canon.
Oh, that's the canon.
It's
There's a
not that his
captain.
dad is his like father figure that like dies and he learns, to be, to take on the responsibility. I think that what his uncle was in the first one.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
He already had that per se, but like in every story, I guess the captain, no matter who it is, dies at some point.
There's always that conflict. Like we saw this in No Way Home and in the video game, come to find out that they always want to prevent someone from dying in this multiverse thing.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that Beyond does it best, and I'm sure it is, because I'm a little tired of that, but I think they're going to do it really well.
Yeah. I felt the same way where this story has been told a lot with
Spider-Man just is
like Destiny and whatnot.
Yeah. You thought Spider-Man was beaten like with a stick earlier in like this, in this generation.
Yeah.
But it's like this year, man, the past 2 years, it's just like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But it's all good. I can't complain. It's all good content.
No, yeah.
Especially this year with this and then the second video game coming out. Those are going to be great.
I'm very excited for the second video game. It's cool.
But I'm very excited to see how they wrap this up with Miles, because they said that it will be the end of a trilogy again. They're not planning on a fourth one with this story.
Interesting.
Man, I feel like we could go into art. We could go into just continuing to break down the story.
Yeah.
Music.
No, there's so much. It was so good. The
Foreshadowing from the
good.
first one. Have you seen you got to look up clips or just rewatch the first one.
Yeah.
But I've been watching more clips of things that get brought up in the second one that were like in the first one that no one just went over everyone's head.
Yeah.
Like
what?
So Spot mentions that Miles hit him with a bagel.
Oh, that was funny. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go back and you watch that scene and
did you not notice that before? The bagel?
No.
Oh my gosh.
No.
That was one of the funniest things to me. I to be fair, I did I've seen it a few times and I did
I've
go
only
back.
seen it one time.
Oh, okay. I've seen it a few times and gone back because I was so enamored the first viewing with the art and with the storytelling they were doing through the art. It was just so amazing that I just couldn't get enough of it. So I did see a bunch of the stuff. I kept looking at it.
Then they bring up the spider not being from Miles's
Okay.
universe.
That part,
and
yeah.
You kind of in the first one you see, and I did remember this with the spider glitching as it's going down the web. And I thought that was cool. But also, what's the number? Is it 42?
Yeah. 42 is his, right? No, that's where it came from.
That's where the spider came from.
Yeah.
And at one point in the first movie, I saw a clip where Miles is thrown on the ground and knocks all these numbers off a sign, and then next to him is 42, which is cool.
Yeah.
And there's so much foreshadowing. There's more that I'm forgetting, but it's just they really planned these movies out. They weren't just wanting to write off of the success of the animated series did something like this before, or the video game, or the whole.
They just feel like a labor of love. It feels like a project that everyone's really involved with and really, you know what I mean? It's having fun with. It just oozes that. You just feel all the passion that went into it. It's super awesome storytelling and everyone's talking to each other down the chain of command. You know what I mean? It's not it feels very organic and people telling a story. It's really cool.
One thing I was worried about this movie is I see this poster and I'm this is cool, but then I'm also is this what they're writing on? all these Spider-Men showing up and all these cameos. Is there going to be anything actually good about the movie?
Yeah.
Because I'm worried about that. Not Far From Home. No Way Home. You know, that kind of ruined it for me. Because it's like they showed the trailers and then they're like, they really only showed Doc Ock and then they showed Green Goblin like at the last trailer.
Yeah.
And, then you saw like Electro and Lizard in like the final trailer too.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, and then it was so rumored that Toby and Andrew are going to be in it. I was like, is this movie going to have anything else in it?
Yeah.
And it really didn't.
Yeah.
You know, the best parts of the movie were the cameos.
Yep.
And what they were doing and like the callbacks and stuff. And so I see things like this. When I see a movie trailer that just has a A-list cast, I'm like, is there any money going to the writers to write a good script? Like the new Wes Anderson movie, Asteroid City.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah.
See that stack and I'm just like,
it's insane.
Is it going to be good?
And that's like all the marketing.
Yeah.
It's just like a kind of like a pretty... It's like almost the sky is the majority of the picture and then all the names like...
Yeah, and I love movies that have a stacked cast. I love seeing, you know, whenever big A-list actors are willing to take a supporting role for whatever reason.
Yeah, just interact with each other.
Yep. But it's just sometimes they have a bad script.
Yeah.
So I was thrilled when I was watching this movie and the cameos were just like, oh, that's cool.
Absolutely.
Now keep going.
Yeah.
Like the only cameo that I just like lost my mind with was Childish Gambino as the Prowler. Like I lost it in the theater. I was so excited.
I did too. Everyone was just like laughing so hard. It was so
I was
funny,
like
dude.
just 'cause I love him in Homecoming.
Yeah.
And I saw a clip of him at an award show from like last year or something, and he was like really buff, and everyone was like, oh, Prowler ready. He's gonna be in Spider-Man 4 as the Prowler.
Yeah.
But then seeing him like teased in this, I was just like, oh, I lost it.
It could happen.
And then everything else, like Insomniac Spider-Man.
The cartoon.
What's his cartoon's name? It's not Ultimate.
It's the Spectacular
Spectacular,
Spider-Man?
I think.
I love that show.
The Spectacular Spider-Man was great.
He was awesome. He looked a little funny in that one scene where he was talking to Miles because
really
he wasn't
short.
2D.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really short and he was like, it was weird to see him like in a 3D model. It didn't look right, but he was really good.
I thought that Insomniac Spider-Man was gonna look like this, where he's like drawn animated, but in the movie he looks like how he does in the video game. He's like 3D
and like moved weird too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish he was in it a little bit more, just because I'm biased and I like him a lot.
Yeah.
But
That actor's so awesome.
no, like all the cameos. I wish Scarlet Spider had a little bit more time.
Really? I was surprised how much he had.
I think
he had quite a bit.
I mean, it's Andy
time.
Samberg, so I thought he was going to be in it
Oh,
more.
really?
Yeah. I think he's going to
That's
be on
pretty funny.
Beyond quite a bit, though.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of on like 2099's team, it seems.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought the Fantastic Four with the bag on his head was going to be in it a little bit
The
more.
Fantastic Four?
This guy,
Yeah. What
he has the
heck?
bag on his head, and then
Yeah.
he's wearing like the Fantastic Four outfit.
What the heck is he? I don't know this character at all.
I don't know a lot about him. He's a costume you can wear in the game for sure. And then something about how he teamed up with the Fantastic Four or something.
Oh,
I forget what it
interesting.
is.
Spider-Man with the Fantastic Four. And he wears a bag on his head.
Yeah. It's got I listened to his story. It's a cool story.
Yeah.
I just forgot about it. It's a forgettable story. But it was cool when I was listening to
Yeah,
it.
cool but forgettable. Yeah.
But I was just glad that these cameos weren't the only thing in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Miles was still the focus.
They were just one
which was
section
great.
of the movie, which was great. Yeah.
Yep. Just so floored. Or Miles' performance just knocked me out. It was so good.
Really?
Loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it. I thought 2049 was going to carry it, you know, Oscar Isaac, but
I did not know it was Oscar Isaac
he did.
when I was watching it.
Oh, you didn't?
I didn't. So I was like, who is this guy? He is so awesome.
I think he carried it a lot, but I
wouldn't say that, but like...
I'm glad that he didn't outshine Miles.
Yes, absolutely.
that's good.
No, Miles was awesome. And Gwen was amazing.
Oh yeah.
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 So
Gwen was great.
no, it was kind of like a 30-30, 20 like split between all of them. Peter Parker was fine.
Yeah.
He was all right.
He was in it enough.
I feel
think.
like he's gonna probably be a lot more pivotal. He's gonna be a lot more pivotal in the next movie.
I hope so. I'm okay with how little he was in this one.
Oh yeah, no, I'm glad it was a little bit, and they kind of hinted towards it. Like he did have a scene with Miles where, you know what I mean, he was kind of trying to talk to him, but then it looked like he betrayed him, and like that was rough.
So I'm hoping we get more of him in the third one for
Yeah.
sure, because he's one of my favorite parts of the first one. I
Yeah.
love Jake Johnson.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. He was, okay. Someone I didn't like but grew on me and ended up really liking was Spot.
oh yeah,
I
we haven't
thought
talked
he-
about Spot much. So
No, I thought he was gonna be a throwaway. in the beginning because he was in the trailer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I think that's what they wanted you to think.
I think so, and I think they really got me because
even Miles in that convenience store is
exactly
like the villain of the week or whatever.
exactly. And then like he was so funny.
Yeah.
He was so funny because he was just like kind of falling on his face falling on his face like character that you weren't taking seriously, and it started out that way, and he was funny for that reason. But then the fact that he kept coming back, I'm like, why? It's like, what he's actually gonna like, be a part of this story. And like he still maintained that like kind of like delusional like funny dialogue, still saying like, I'm your arch nemesis, and like having that funny voice, and just that comedy like it got maintained for a little bit, but it started falling away, and he started becoming like more and more menacing, and I think they handled that pretty well, where in the next movie he actually might just be like a really cool villain that they have to overcome.
What I thought was cool was because they kept us like he was just like an annoying obstacle.
Yes.
There's like stop showing up,
Yeah.
But then in that time he was away, he was grinding to get more powerful.
Yes.
And then it's revealed that later like he's been going to all these universes and just redoing what was done to him, but he's getting stronger because of it, right? He's getting power from them, but like at first Miles is pushing him to the side, and then like the next time you just like, okay, this stupid guy again. And it's like, oh wow, he's been as we have been not paying attention to him. He's been getting more powerful.
Yeah.
And then of course at the end when like his colors are inverted, and he's like,
that's where it changed.
Oh, this guy's a problem now.
Yeah. No, and I love that art style. It's one of my favorites, where it's kind of just like the black and white, and like the pencil markings, and like scribbly, like it made everything look super, like kind of like doomsday, like end of the world, like I like super interesting now.
When he has the black spots and the white body, he has the like the reference circles on him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And I didn't think about this until like today.
I didn't even think about it either. That's awesome.
But I thought it was just like an art choice, but what I'm interpreting that as is when he's in that form, he is like, you just kind of forgot to like erase your reference circles or your reference points because you weren't going to do anything with him. Yeah. So it's like you kind of drew him, you left all the circles on like his shoulders and his waist and everything, and it's like, okay, whatever, we're done. We're not going to even bother erasing those. Yeah. And then when he's the major villain, then it's like, oh, now we're going to take him seriously. Yeah. So it's a cool art choice that they decided to do that.
I didn't even realize that. That's awesome. And I think it fits so perfectly because they're making him just such a fundamental aspect of like art that like, and that's why it just is a nice, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it's just, I like the idea of like him being this all powerful villain because they play with comic books and like in the whole movies anyway. So I like the villain kind of being just an abstraction of like what it is to create art, and like it's super cool. I didn't even think of that. That's awesome.
No, if I can like describe this series thus far in one word, it would definitely be intentional. It's a very intentional. Yeah. From the writing to the art. Very intentional. Yeah. It's great.
And it's nice, It's nice like look and actually find things. You can't watch it once and like get everything that they put into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I mean, Spider-Punk changing art styles like every second, I think just goes into his character of him always wanting to rebel.
Against everything. Even against like himself, it seemed sometimes. Like that character was super awesome. I like how he moved the story forward. He was pretty cool. He was funny too. Miles is super awesome. I can't freaking wait to see what they do with Miles as the Prowler. I am so excited for that. And that, okay, hold on. That scene, that's messed me up. I was so confused. Okay, so.
That was a really good plot twist.
Yeah, it was.
When he was like talking to his mom.
Yes. Yeah. That was so good. It freaked me out. And it wasn't necessarily a plot twist in the sense of like, if you were paying attention, you would have seen that coming. But I missed it. So I was like so confused, like having an out of body experience, like what is happening? So how did it happen? Because he's fighting all the Spider-Man. He's trying to get back to the thing where they send people back to their universes, right? And the spider that bit him, he wasn't supposed to be Miles Morales in his universe he's in.
No, because there's already the blonde Spider-Man.
There was a blonde Spider-Man. And that blonde Spider-Man died because of his interference or something, right? And that spider from Universe 42 came to Miles's, whatever his is. I don't remember. And so he mistakenly, when he went to go get himself sent back, sent him to the Spider's universe. That's so cool, instead of his own. So when he was talking to his mom, And it was this moment. I was like, yes, tell her, like, this is gonna be such a big moment. I want to see how the family interacts. I'm so excited for this.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was heartbroken, but also confused because I'm like,
I was like, how does she not know who Spider-Man is?
yeah, how does she not know who Spider-Man is? Because like Spider-Man exists or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like that was the best, dude. Because the spider went away.
Yeah.
So like Spider-Man never got to exist in that world.
Yep. That's the thing.
That's so awesome. Yeah, that scene freaked me out.
Miles, Spider-Man Miles Morales
Uh-huh.
is like never supposed to happen, right?
Yeah.
That was not, that's been my question. In 42,
Yeah.
would the spider have bitten Miles or would it have bitten Peter Parker?
In 42.
In 42, or would it
I
have
have no
bitten
idea.
anyone else, right?
Yeah.
But like in 42, was Miles supposed to be Spider-Man, or is it the spider supposed to go to someone else? I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe they explained that and I missed it, but
No, I
haven't seen
don't remember
anything
anything
about
about that.
I get that Miles. So okay, if the spider was just going to go to like a Miguel O'Hara or a Ben Reilly or something, right?
Yeah.
Then Miles probably would have always become the Prowler
In 42.
in 42.
Yeah.
But the fact that he does become the Prowler and not Aaron makes me think that he was supposed to be Spider-Man in that one.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because I don't know why
tough to
he's
think
the
about.
Prowler instead of Aaron in that universe. Because
you'll-
his father
you'll probably explain
his
it.
father died in that one
Yeah, instead of Aaron.
instead of Aaron in Miles'
Yeah.
universe. Yeah.
I'll probably explain that. I'm hoping in the third one they'll be
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, this spider was supposed to bite this person.
In that universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very curious to like see who that was supposed to be. Going back to something we were talking about a second ago with the whole like destiny and like wanting to save everyone story arc idea. That story element of like you challenging destiny, I think it can be really cool and really work, but I think it has been done a lot. This one, what I really, really liked about it is the way they kind of distance themselves from any other iterations of that is that what's really cool about this one is that Miles is like the problem.
Yeah.
In addition to being what will eventually be the solution. Like, he is going to like overcome everything and figure out a way to save someone or like figure out the trade-off that he's willing to make and it's his decision. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but I love the fact that it's not like his fault in the sense of like he did anything, but it is his responsibility because he got bitten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think they kind of attach the Spider-Man, trope of responsibility and like with great power, like you have to do all you can do. They attached it to rebelling against destiny and stuff. So it makes it a little easier to stomach, and I really like it.
It is really cool. Making Miles the ultimate, problem
Exactly.
that happened in the timeline.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is really neat.
I love that.
I can't think of many times that's been done. It sounds like it has, but then it's like
This is a memorable telling of
Yeah.
that story if it has
Right.
happened already. Like it just felt so much better like when Miguel was talking to him and explaining about, how he's the problem and he's causing more problems and he should have never been bitten, which basically it's his fault. Is probably how he's feeling. And he's feeling it's his fault. Obviously, he wants to save his family. That's his primary motivator. He wants to save his father, and he doesn't want, and he was trying to, like, empathize with everybody and saying, if you knew someone was going to die, why don't you just save them, right?
you try to reach out.
And everyone is just, like, wrapped up in this, destiny ideology, and they just feel condemned.
Like it just has to happen.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. But he's challenging that. I think his primary motivator was because he just wants to save his father and because he's a 15-year-old. Like, come on. But like also, I mean, if anyone can challenge it, it is him because he started all of this. He was the problem, and not necessarily. I don't know if like there's so many levels to this. Is it actually the destiny of him to do it because he was the initial problem and he's the only one that can actually do it because that's the genesis of it.
Yeah.
Regardless, it's just cool that like you know what I mean, the one that's like causing all these problems for everyone, they're trying to maintain the canon, right? Is the one that's going to either actually like rewrite the canon or just like I don't know what they're going to do with it, but yeah, I think they just connected him to the trope really well with that, and I'm super excited.
You hit it, man.
So cool.
Yeah. Is it his destiny to be the problem and fix it?
Yeah.
Or
is it his destiny to
is
be
he
the
just
problem
going-
and then to be the solution, or
Yeah. Or is his destiny just out the window now?
knows,
yeah,
exactly. Like destiny.
Which way?
Basically,
Okay.
because this thing happened, he now has the responsibility to do something with Destiny itself, because they're all following Destiny. They're all trying to preserve Destiny with the canon or whatever, right? But he has like his destiny now to change Destiny itself, canon itself.
I hope they go into that more.
Yeah.
I also wish Lego Spider-Man was on this poster.
I know.
That was cool.
I loved that. Okay, something really funny happened. We were driving. I watched it with my wife. We were driving to the theater to watch it. And no, it wasn't then. It was. We sat down. I like misunderstood what she said or something. She was talking about a trailer for another movie, but she basically said, "Oh, so this is basically the Lego movie." I think she was talking about the Barbie movie, the Barbie trailer.
Oh yeah.
But my headspace was so much in the Spider-Man movie. I was thinking about it that I guess I thought she was referring to that.
Yeah.
So it was really funny because she said, "Oh, this is basically going to be the Lego movie," and I thought she meant this movie. And then the Lego scene came on, and I was like, "What the shit?"
Yeah.
So funny.
So I had seen on Reddit that
Oh no.
there was a Lego universe.
Really?
Yeah. But I forgot about it.
Yeah.
I honestly like forgot about it.
Oh my gosh.
And then when Spot like poked his head in, I was like, "Oh my god, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then he went away, and I was like, "Well, that was cool." And I was so glad they went back to it. And then they like, it's not Sony didn't make the Lego movies, right? I don't remember who did. It wasn't Sony.
I think it was.
Was it Sony? No, I don't
It
know.
wasn't Warner Brothers.
Yes, it was.
It was Warner Brothers?
No, I don't know.
I think it was Sony.
Was it?
I really think it was Sony, but I'm not sure.
But anyway, I just thought that they were mimicking those movies really well with the way they walked, and then like the boops,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So that was great.
If they did it, it's just so much better. It's just a nice cameo, basically.
Yeah. When are we gonna get another one of those though? I'm ready.
That would be sick. We've had 4. We've had Lego 1 and 2, and we've had Ninjago and Batman. I'd love another Lego movie.
It is Warner Brothers. You were right.
Those are Warner Brothers movies. Yeah, so they just like imitated those Lego movies really well.
Yeah, it was great.
You got
I always forget the second one came out in 2019. I'm like, that came out like in 2016. Like it's been that long, but nope, only 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the second one?
Nope. I wanted to.
It's got some really good parts. I think overall it's not anywhere compared to like the first one or Lego Batman, but
yeah, I
it has some
love
really
Lego
funny parts.
Batman. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Lego Batman is. I think that's the one I've seen the most actually.
Yeah.
I like have to watch it like every year, every other year. It's so good, and it's so faithful to Batman.
Yeah, I have seen that. I don't know if it's one video that keeps coming up in like my feed or if it's like a bunch of different videos saying the same thing, but everyone's like, Lego Batman is the most faithful iteration of Batman
Yeah.
put to screen.
I don't know if I'd want. See, I don't think I'd want a Lego movie 3. I think I'd like them to make maybe another franchise spinoff.
Yeah.
Maybe. The Ninjago one was all right. I thought it was pretty forgettable.
It was pretty funny, but it was pretty forgettable.
It was.
Had you ever seen any of the kids show they had?
Of the Ninjago?
Yeah.
No. I'd seen like clips from it.
Yeah,
but
my littlest brother loved it. Yeah, so I had seen a bunch of that, and they had got the sets and stuff, so I knew some of the story going in. So in that sense, it was like pretty fun and playful and faithful with that story.
I can see that.
And like it was a little more of a watch, but like if you didn't have all of that going in, it's
Yeah, like I was familiar with Ninjago, but I wasn't like a super big fan of it.
Yeah.
They could do like another like Lego line, like original, but
kind of anything. Yeah, cool.
they have so many of the Lego Star Wars on Disney Plus. I don't think they should do that.
Yeah, be cool. But they were talking about the it was either the writers or the studio or like some aspect of the team that did the Lego movies. I think there was talks of them doing a Minecraft movie.
Oh yeah, okay, there we go. Problem
That
solved. Just do that.
would be amazing. I would love to see a Minecraft movie from that team.
Yeah, that would be sick.
That would be sick.
I want like a
Even like a Lego Minecraft would be cute, I guess.
Yeah.
I'd prefer it to just be Minecraft though. I don't know what they do with it, but it'd be fun.
man. They could like I don't know. It could be Steve. He's alone, right? Like just like super canon Minecraft. He's alone, and then as he like explores, he like discovers the past explorers, civilian like their old civilization. And maybe they just pull a lot from MatPat's videos. You know?
Oh my gosh.
And they're just like,
I love those videos.
oh, the ancient explorers turned into Endermen.
Yeah.
And they had to fight the Ender Dragon, but
That'd be
they
scary.
ended up serving him or something. And then, oh, the Wither is what drove them to find a new land in the end. But they ended up like being way worse for them there. So like as Steve is exploring, he finds things about the past, and he understands that he needs to be the ultimate explorer. and defeat the Ender Dragon, defeat the Wither,
Enderman.
save them, bring civilization back, partner with the villagers. Yeah, that'd be wild.
You know what?
I just think it'd be hard to do with like just Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
They would have to throw in, probably Alex or something.
And just, characters or whatever.
A villager, comic relief.
Yeah, I don't know.
They go to a woodland mansion
less and
and
less.
save someone. I don't know.
You know what they could do with it is there hasn't been like a first-person movie in a very long time. Like Hardcore Henry.
Yeah.
What if they did that?
so
Minecraft movie,
weird.
and it's basically just
That'd be weird.
so funny.
Man, I just want to think now what they would do. Unless they I don't know. I know nothing about Minecraft Dungeons.
Yeah,
That other game.
it's
Or they could go
it's like any other game.
Is it? I don't know.
I
if there's
played
a
it
lot
for a
of
little
lore.
bit. I think there is, but it's like Minecraft lore, basically. Like,
It's hard to tell.
yeah,
Or they could do like story mode.
what's his name? Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, Patton Oswalt. Gross. That's like not even.
That scene with the pig, dude.
Minecraft story mode's just like inspired by Minecraft.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like Minecraft more as like a survivor kind of story.
Yeah.
Because that's like the game is, but it doesn't have to just be Steve. There could be other humans there with him, but
I feel like if they did Minecraft, it would feel like a ghost story.
the movie A Ghost Story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, cause it's only him basically. You know what
Mhm.
I mean? Like it would be very just like thought provoking and like unsettling and like I don't know how you not tell the story that way because it's
I know.
the game is so freaky when you think about it.
It is.
You know what I
It's
mean?
very eerie.
Yeah, it's very eerie. It puts so much like horror and mystery and like wonder in you when you like really think about like what the heck is going on.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you hatch that without making it just like a kids movie with farts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like how it's so funny that Minecraft is either hellscape, like thinking about like civilization and death and all of this stuff, or poo poo pee pee. It's like either of those. I don't see how you get in the middle and like make a normal story.
I know.
It's like one of those.
Man.
So like a Minecraft rated R movie would be like really cool.
So FNAF, they are trying to go with the movie. From what I understand, they are trying to go a more serious route, a more scary one, like what most of the fans would want anyway, and not like a goofy one.
So anyway, FNAF.
But-
Yeah.
So-
I still haven't seen the trailer
Oh,
that you
yeah.
sent me. I'm
should
gonna
watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. I promise.
It's like
Oh my gosh.
I told you, PETA is the
Yeah.
security guard,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't get to tell you. Did you ever see the James Gunn live-action Scooby-Doo movies
The heck no?
from
What?
the early 2000s?
I think I did see it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I hardly remember. I didn't know that was James Gunn.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're James Gunn. They're pretty funny. But anyway,
Wow.
the guy who played Shaggy,
Yeah.
he basically carried those movies.
Yeah.
He is playing the owner
Oh my god.
of Five Nights at Freddy's pizza place
Uh-huh.
and the guy that like kills all the kids.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be cool. Could be
Oh my
his career
gosh.
comeback.
Career comeback.
I'm excited to see him. Because like Freddie Prinze Jr., who played Fred in those movies, he got his comeback with Rebels. He plays the blind Jedi.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. I saw a YouTube short or something of him recently that was really funny. Oh, they said, like, do any of the Fred memes, like, resonate with you now?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, like, no, not really, but that one, like,
Yeah.
cut of, like, us being interviewed for the Scooby-Doo movies
Yeah.
still sticks with him as one of the funniest things about his
'cause you're like,
career.
it's a talking dog.
Yeah, it was so good.
And-
It's a cut of I think who played Daphne.
Yeah.
Like the lady who played Daphne, just like talking about like it's just such a cool movie. It wasn't about boys or girls or like it was ahead of its time. It was just telling stories and like it's an Oscar like nominee or something.
Yeah.
And then it just cuts to him. I mean, it's a talking dog.
Yeah. So he still does. His work's pretty good.
That was so funny.
Velma has probably been the most successful. She's in.
What has she done?
So much. She's in. Well, she voiced Lila in Guardians 3, the ferret.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, she voiced her.
Wow.
She's been in Mad Men. She's had her own Netflix show. She's just been like she has a lot of supporting roles.
Yeah.
In a lot of really big movies.
Hmm.
So, but I always felt like Shaggy didn't get because he's a really good Shaggy.
Yeah.
I feel like he didn't get the love that he deserved
For his performance in that.
I'm glad he's in
FNAF.
Five Nights at Freddy's as like the main villain. So
Yeah.
and Jim Henson's Horror Shop, man, or not Horror Shop, Creature Shop.
Yeah. Horror shop. Oh my gosh, that's what it is
it's gonna
now.
be. So
Funny. Yeah. Anything? We kind of went off the rails. Anything else about Spider-Man?
I'm good.
It was so good. It's like, I don't know. If there wasn't another movie, it would like be a very weird, underwhelming feeling. But
Yeah.
like, as long as the other movie just, I don't know, delivers on like being crazy, I think it'll be a great 2-part story.
I think they knew that. I think that's why in that first trailer they did say part 1.
Yeah.
And then maybe take it away. But I think they knew that, like, okay, what we're making is
It's too big.
It's not going to be able to stand alone. You know, because
Yeah.
we want to go into these characters.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just wanted the story to continue and they're like, now we can get into these characters. So, like, so I'm glad that they did let, you know, people know beforehand and that it was going to be 2-parter.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, I can definitely see just watching it being like, that sucked. I did not want to be left on a cliffhanger like that.
Yeah.
I feel like it didn't show me enough.
Yeah. Or even if they took whatever they're about to do in the next movie and had to squash it into this one, I think it would have been a little underwhelming as well.
Yeah.
This was just like a steady climb, and they got to like explore so much to like really set you up for the next movie.
I wish Web Slinger was voiced by Roger Clark. It's okay.
Arthur Morgan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that voices Spot, I think I only know him from Scott Pilgrim. He's like the last boyfriend. He's like the music producer guy. I know he's done a
Schwartzman?
lot. Yeah.
Or yeah. The guy, he does a lot of stuff with, I think, Wes Anderson,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
He's like in almost every Jason Schwartz, I think.
I know he's done a lot. I just always forget what I've seen him in. She was cool. I like her.
I liked her a lot.
I hope she's in the next one a lot.
Yeah. She's an interesting character because, like, I can't tell. I don't know. Like, she's kind of in the next movie. There's probably going to be a pretty big division of like all the spider people.
It'll probably be
Like
something
fighting each
akin
other.
to this.
Maybe it looks kind of like it, but her, I feel like she'd be more on this side because she kind of took Gwen in, and I think she was agreeing with Miguel for the majority of the movie, but everyone kind of got scared of him in that one scene. Okay, that's the other thing. I wanted to gush about 2099 just a little bit before we moved on. Okay, I didn't know it was Oscar Isaac. I was like, yo, this is freaking awesome. Who the heck is this?
Yeah.
And then I saw the name, so that's obvious. He would have made anything really cool. I'm really glad that it is a 2-part because they were making a lot of jokes with him and undercutting him a lot, and it's fine because I think he's supposed to be another Spider-Man. They're obviously not hiding the fact that he's pretty unhinged and menacing and whatnot, but I think they were like doing a lot of jokes with him and like kind of bringing him down to all the other Spider-Man's level with like making mistakes and stuff to like make him feel like he is actually just like an edgy Spider-Man. But I don't think he's a Spider-Man.
Oh, you don't think so?
I don't think he's a Spider-Man. I think he's parading as a Spider-Man, and that he's going to be the villain of the next one, and he has an ulterior motive for keeping the canon or something. So
I think maybe he just made a suit.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. I could see that.
I mean, his webs are not webs.
Yeah.
They're the energy things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like a vampire. Like, what was that shot? Like, you know what I mean? When he was going to eat the
vulture?
The vulture. Yeah.
So
yeah, I'm really excited to see what the heck he is.
Yeah, and that's why I want to know more about his story in the comic run. I don't know if they go into that at all.
Yeah, because I don't remember him being a vampire in the cartoon I watched, but I haven't kept. I don't remember much. I do not remember him being a freaking vampire, so that'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm ready. Or maybe he's definitely seen as like a leader to these Spider-Men.
Yes,
but they definitely don't have a problem speaking up to him. So maybe,
and they're scared of him. Like a couple of them are. Yeah. But he does seem to be like a good guy. He's just trying to keep the timelines in order. Seems that way.
That way. So I'm ready for the third one to see kind of what you're talking about of him just losing it. I want him to kill somebody.
Yeah.
He needs to kill somebody in front of people.
To preserve the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to save someone and he's going to have to kill them because he cares about the canon. Yeah. He's going to.
Yeah. I'm ready.
Yeah. So.
Freaking Miles goes to his own universe, saves his dad.
Yeah.
24/9's like, shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, it's gonna be messed up. Do you think there's gonna be like a whole war, a whole Spider-Man war?
Maybe.
I could see that.
All right, I guess.
Where
I don't know.
I don't know. It could be fine. It'd
Yeah.
probably look really cool. But I could see it'd be very interesting, like kind of morality thing to bring up in this kids movie where like Civil War basically, like
Yeah.
the people who are like, no, let everyone die because the canon and that holds it was the idea of like saving one and risking other lives. It's like that moral conundrum, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I could see all of these people being unique individuals that make their own choice based off of preserve the timeline because it saves more people technically, or no, you always have to, save everyone at any cost. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, and it'd split that way and they'd all fight each other based off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that might happen. I'd
Be
take it or
interesting.
leave it. I'd be okay if it didn't. I'd be okay if it did. If they did it well. That's all I care.
Yeah. And they have that's 2 out of 3 have been done well. So,
Yeah. They have a track record. I think they can pull off any direction they take it. Yeah.
and I'm glad it's only a year, but really
Oh
less
my
than a year.
gosh,
It comes
I'm
out in
so
March.
glad.
So,
That would be so hard to wait like 3 years or something like for it.
yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm so glad. Yep.
Miles' line on the freaking train where he's
Oh,
like,
I
nah,
love that.
I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
That was cold.
That was freaking sick.
I mean, man, that's
And it's just perfect. I just love how it coincides with him being a 15-year-old, and you know what I mean?
yeah.
And this is like so high concept.
Yeah.
Like destiny, like the canon, and like multiverses and like power, and you know what I mean? Like all the and morality and like of like saving people, or like all this stuff is like so high concept, but like they just always find a way to connect it down to he's a 15-year-old who is trying to do the right thing and has to keep secrets, and how that impacts him and his family life, and you know what I mean?
Yep.
They brought it back to that with it being his father who's gonna die, and
And at that point, he's got it's just him.
oh yeah,
he goes over and he sees Gwen and Peter B. Parker.
that was messed up.
and he's just like,
That was
bye.
That was messed up that she knew. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Peter. I was very surprised that they actually went along with Miguel. So I feel like he must have his argument already is like supposed to be pretty convincing, but I feel like he must have even more sway over them for some reason. You know what I mean?
It's just
And
he's just a big leader guy.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And, people
And he's
just
got
wanna
that.
follow him.
Yeah, that he's strong arming his way in this position, and he's positioning himself as like kind of the savior holding everything together. So
Yeah. And I'm sure he's done some acts of good somewhere aside from keeping the timeline together.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got that sad story.
Yeah.
You know, that's always going to make people
that humanizes
like you.
him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's not perfect. He learned his lesson from it, and that's why he's doing this. That's so admirable. You know
Right.
what I mean? He made a mistake, and he's learning from that mistake. And okay, I can get behind this guy.
But until he bites someone's head off,
Yeah, he is. Oh yeah, he's gonna freak someone.
I'm so ready for that. That's going to be
It's gonna be crazy, dude.
outstanding. So
He was always the most interesting part about the trailers. He's so menacing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Where
and-
I was like, I just thought he was gonna be straight up the villain of the movie. But I'm so glad that they're kind of they're really holding that card for later. Like they're letting you see
He's
it real
kind of
quick. But
aggressive.
yeah.
but he's not the main villain.
Yeah.
Actually, everyone's on his side except for Miles.
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Yeah.
And I've been ready because he's in the post-credit scene of the first one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that.
Because that's when he accidentally goes to like the meme. He definitely, because he does seem like a good guy in that.
Mm-hmm.
And then so when the trailer came out of him and the train scene,
Yeah.
it's cool. Did you know I saw Jack Quaid's name in the credits, but I didn't see who he voiced, and I couldn't find it on the internet like the first 2 days it was out. Or because I saw it on the first on Thursday, and then couldn't find anything there, and I looked on Friday, still couldn't find anything. It wasn't until Saturday I actually found who he voiced. It was the Peter Parker from Gwen's universe, the lizard.
Oh, really?
there, yeah.
Who's Jack Quaid?
He's from The Boys, Huey.
Oh, and he
Yeah.
played the Peter Parker that was a lizard.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
so that's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
The cameos, the voice cameos keep
Okay.
coming.
Okay. Last thing. What did you think about the holographic, like, live action Spider-Man stuff that they were showing? What
okay,
did you think about
okay.
that?
I could have done without that, honestly.
That was a little much for me.
The fact
I don't
that-
know why. When they were showing the scenes of like from the cartoon and from Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, that was fine.
Yeah,
I like that, but I don't know what it was.
like the long shot of like Andrew Garfield's one. I don't know. It just seemed like they felt like they had to put that there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like if no one understands any of the other cameos, they'll understand this one.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
So maybe. Like my theater was pretty quiet. There wasn't too much going on with it.
I had some gas.
but yeah,
that
so
was it.
we had some laughs, some gas.
Yeah.
When
he came on.
well, no, when that came on, like other parts of the movie, when that came on,
Oh, you're
it
saying
was
overall.
silent.
Oh. Yeah.
And it did feel forced.
It did. I don't know why. It just felt a little weird.
And maybe it's the fact that it wasn't original content, like new stuff of Andrew Garfield. Like I could see like if they did like a quick cameo of him in his universe and like maybe one of the spot things, I don't know. Or they're just like they look at him and it's like a new shot of Andrew Garfield doing something and be like, oh yeah. But the fact that it was just like an old clip, I was like, I could have done without it. I would have I'd rather see him up like where Toby's cameo was.
Yes. Yeah, me too.
Like what you were saying. Not where just like the long shot
it just felt
of
so
a weird holographic image. I was like, I don't really like this. You know what I did love, because it was original and it was well done, when Spot goes to the Tom Hardy Venom universe at convenience store.
And that was so funny. Yeah.
That was great.
That was awesome. Yeah, that one was awesome.
So I would have preferred something similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wild if just I feel like a really good spot to do like an Andrew Garfield cameo or a Tobey Maguire one would be when Spot was poking his head around.
Yes. That would have been now that you mention that would have been so much better.
So they do a quick one of that, and what if it's like, I don't know, at like a pizza place in New York, and
yes.
It's like Tom, Toby, and Andrew just sitting at a table like new, but no. Did you see any Tom Holland stuff?
No, I didn't. I was very surprised.
I didn't. I think that's got to go to the Sony versus Disney thing, but
really,
if I was guessing, I just am surprised they literally had every other content in there, Spider-Man wise.
Maybe okay.
Also, Drake Bell wasn't in there for good reason, because he
what
voiced.
Was he supposed to be? What?
He was the Ultimate Spider-Man, the Disney XD animated show.
Oh, he was?
Yeah, and then of course he has all the controversy right now. Yeah. So
also John Mulaney, he couldn't voice anything. Like, did they get rid of him too?
I thought you saw Spider-Ham.
No, you did see Spider-Ham, but he didn't.
But he didn't say anything. Mm-mm. So
I don't know if like everything he's going through is like has anything to do with that.
When he made the Netflix comedy special about it, everyone kind of forgave him. So
yeah, it seemed like a lot of more personal stuff, like not like cancelable stuff. It was just, you know what I mean? Like just dealing with mistakes and rehab and whatnot. Like So
whenever he released Baby J, and kind of just explained everything.
Yeah,
you're chill now. You passed it. You passed the vibe check.
Well, he's a really good Spider-Ham. So if he comes back,
I hope he's in Beyond. And Nick Cage.
Yeah, that'd be so funny. If John Mulaney didn't play Spider-Ham, he actually would have made a great Spot.
Oh,
I was thinking of that. Like,
well, especially after his performance in Puss in Boots.
Yeah, he played. What was his name?
The pie guy,
thumb guy. Good man.
Yeah, he would have been great as Spot. Him or the guy from Free Fire.